Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Kyle from the UA Playbook, coming back at you with another deck profile. This time it's going to be on green solo leveling, Sung Jinwoo level up, or Jinu. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Sorry. I've heard mixed reviews. Jinwoo, Jinu, whatever it is. But either way, with that being said, let's get right into this. As pretty normal, I try to start off with the 0 drops. There was a total of 10 0 drops in the deck, and let's get into them. Start things off. 4 of the 0 drop Sung Jinwoo, or Jinu, one of the two, states 0 drop, 1 action, 1500, produces you 1 energy, and it has a get trigger added to your hand, which is good because he is a constant raid target, so you need as many copies as you can kind of throw in, if that makes sense. So yeah, starting off with those, it's 4 of those. Then we run Jina Sung, when it states is when played, draw 1 and pitch 1 to your sideline, and it has an activate main. Well, active, not activate main, but it has a trigger active. Choose one character in your field, get switch it to active, and it gains 3,000 to the end of your turn. It's a 0 drop, 1 action, produces you 1 energy, and is a 1500 BP. And then, rounding off the zeros, I have no idea how to pronounce Jinhu or whatever, I don't know. But is a 0 drop, 1 action, produces you 1 energy, is 1500 BP, has nullify impact, and has an active trigger to give something plus 3k and restand it. Very good, very good. Arguably, you could even increase them to 4. There's a couple cards in this deck that you could cut down a little bit to increase this ratio to 4. Alright. Moving on to the 1 drops. We run 4, and that is the Searcher Sung Jinwoo, or Jinu. I don't know. So what he does, he's a 1 drop, 1 action, 2000 base PP, no trigger, 1 energy. But what he does is you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, reveal to 1 Sung Jinwoo or Jinu, or daily quest card added to your hand. Then place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. If you add a card to your hand, place 1 from your hand into your sideline. So it lets you find your raid targets. Also can find you an interesting card that we will get into in a little bit that helps you do some certain effects. So, yep, 4 of them, mandatory. That's it for the 1 drops. There's a total of 4. Moving on to the 2 drops, there's also only 4. Jina Sung, what she states is when played, draw 1 card, then place 1 card from your hand to your sideline. Activate main. If on front line, she switched to resting. Choose the 1 Sung Jinwoo on your field. Place the 1 card from the top of your deck face down underneath it and give it plus damage 1. So, yep. And then she's also a color trigger, so she's 2500 BP, produces you 1 energy, 2 drop, 1 action, but her color trigger states, play 1 green character of 2 or less energy and 1 AP from my hand set to active on my field. So when she's triggered from life, you could get another body out and possibly save you, as well as it's a good enabler for the deck to combo up. Very good. 4 of mandatory. Alright, so we're going to run 4 2 drops. So moving on to the 3 drops, I believe we run a total of 8. Starting things off with Yo Jinhu, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Has nullify impact when played. If Sung Jinwoo is on your field, draw a card, produces you 2 energy, is a 3 drop, 1 action, and then also has a trigger of draw a card. So very good. Nullify impact is always really good too. And the simple fact that you're always going to usually have a Sung Jinwoo, that means you're also going to probably usually net a card. And it's producing you 2 energy. Absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. Alright, now moving on to the last 3 drop of the deck. We are running 4 of the Lee Johee, I believe. When played, choose one of the following. Add it to 1 character to your less energy from your sideline to your hand. Or you may perform pay 1 AP, place 1 card from your hand to your sideline. If you do, perform a raid with up to 1 green Sung Jinwoo card with 4 energy required from your sideline. So she could either help you raid a card that is a card that's in your sideline, or it can get you back a card to your hand. Also, has got an activate main, gives something plus 3k to silent active when it's hit in your life, and also produces you 2 energy. Phenomenal. That rounds up the 3 drops. There's a total of 8. Moving on to the 4 drops, there's a total of 4, and they are raid targets. We are running 4 of the Sung Jinwoo, or Jinu. So this is the alternative art that you would get from the release events. I was able to go to multiples, and I was able to get my hands on 4. So yeah. What this card states is at the end of this attack phase, so you rate him over a Sung Jinwoo or Sung Jinwoo. I don't know how you want to pronounce it again, like I've stated. So what he does at the end of the attack phase, you may place 2 face down cards under cards on your field on top of and the top card of this character into your sideline. If you do, perform a raid with up to 1 green Sung Jinwoo card with 5 required energy from your hand and the base of this rated character. So basically, you pitch him away and play the next card on top. So, yep, very good. It also has an effect. When played, you get to draw a card. And then when attacking, draw a card and place 1 card from your hand face down underneath this character. So when he comes in, you draw 1. Anytime he swings, you draw 1. Then you place 1 underneath. Very, very good, and has a get add to your hand. So unfortunately, you can't immediately raid him from life. But however, his effect is very, very good. And helps you set up a lot of your combo plays as the games go on. So 4 of him, mandatory. Alright, moving on to the 5 drops. We're running 4. 4 of the 5 drops, Sung Jinwoo. Right on top of the Sung Jinwoo. So you can technically raid these over on top of a regular thing, but they will not get some of their effects if it's not done by the level up mechanic. So what it states at the end of this attack phase, you may place 3 face down cards, 100 cards in your field, and the top card of this, so meaning himself, into your sign. If you do perform a raid with up to 1 green Sung Jinwoo card with 6 energy are required from your hand onto the base of that card of this rated character. And then has an interesting effect. When played, play up to 1 green character with 3 or less energy and 1 AP cost from your hand sets resting on your field. If it's your turn, this character is played with one of your abilities, draw a card. So note that effect does not happen. So like when he comes in, you get to play the card, but the draw effect does not happen unless he's been played from an effect of the 4 drop or something else. So just keep that in mind. You will not draw a card off his effect if he was not played from a certain other, like from like the 4 drop going into him. Also, he has an interesting effect. When attacking, draw 1 card to place 1 card from my hand face down underneath him. And you can raid from your life as well. So he's a 4K, very good, raids on top, has some very good synergistic mentality and capabilities with the deck. Very good. Keeps it in line, so 4 of him. Moving on to the 6 drops. The 6 drop is kind of like where you try to end things off, and it is a very, 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 very busted card, everybody. So, 6 drop Sung Jinwoo. So, re-raid on top. He has Impact 1 when played. Oh yeah, and then this character also gains 500 BP, so he's 4,500. So he's actually technically 4,500, which is really good. And then when played, if it's your turn, and this character is played with one of your abilities, choose the one character your opponent's front line and side line. So when the 5 drop procs his effect, and you raid on top, you can just remove something with just choose up to 1 character in your opponent's front line and it gets removed. And then also has a when attacking effect, draw a card and place 1 card from your hand to your face down. Draw 1 card and place 1 card face down underneath this card. So it's just constantly putting cards underneath, constantly being able to proc them, constantly being able to do a whole bunch of funny things. This deck is absolutely crazy cool, good. I think it's underestimated. And I think in the rare battle, I think the green deck is going to be the best one to play, especially this variation, considering the amount of removal that you get in this deck. Alright, that rounds out the units. Now let's move on to sites. We run 4 sites. Daily Quest. What this card states, it's a 1-drop, 1 action, get add to your hand. Has a very interesting effect. Activate main, switch to rest, you can only activate this effect if a Sung Jinwoo is on your field. Place the top card of your deck face down underneath this card. So it's helping you get cards underneath to help you level up quicker. As well as an activate main, switch to resting, place 1 card from your hand to your sideline. You may place 1 face down card under a card on your field into your sideline. If you do up to 1 Sung Jinwoo card with a 0 energy from your sideline to your hand. So your 0-drop Sung Jinwoo, you can grab it back, and out of nowhere, you can just start doing things again. Helps you recur, keeps the combos going. Phenomenal card. Again, this is one of the cards that I did state earlier. If you did want to run more of the 0-drop Nullify Impact here, you could cut 2 for. I think 4 right now is okay, and I think 2 of the 0-drop Nullify Impacts are okay. But you could, in sense, cut down to this down to 2 and run 4 of that. Alright, now moving on to the special. We run 4 special. I've been leveling up this whole time. It states, choose 1 character with 3,000 or less BP on your opponent's front line and side line. If a Sung Jinwoo is on your field, 5,000 or less BP instead. In life, choose 1 character on your opponent's front line and side line. So it doesn't matter. It could be anything at that point. There is no limitations at that point, as long as it's been hit from your sideline. phenomenal. I mean, there are some interactions where you may not be able to target a card, but those are very few and in between. So yeah, there we go. All right, and then the last 4 cards of the deck for final, full recovery. So final, when it states as if it's the last card in your life, you get to take the top card of your deck and put it into your life, so you're not completely dead, so long as it's the last card in your life. And while it's in your hand, you may choose up to 2, you pay the 1 AP, and choose up to 2 AP cards and switch them to active. There we go, and that is it. This is Kyle from the UA Playbook, signing off.